Hello, Form 4 Chemistry, Chapter 6 again, but this is Book 2, another part, second part of Chapter 6, quite long also, 也是很长. Our title today will be salts, crystal, and their uses in our life. So before we continue further, our title will be stay here, salts and crystal, they're almost the same. Okay, so salts, 什么叫盐? Okay, so the definition of the salts, copy on your notes, page number 1, 底面抄下去. Two sentences 有两句话 Okay, copy first. I read for you, 我帮你读 So salt is a compound produced when the hydrogen ions from the acid is replaced by the metal ion or ammonium ions. Acid 里面的 hydrogen ion 被金属的离子，要不然就 ammonium 的离子代替，它就会变成盐了。But not understand, never mind. I make it become diagram after this for you to understand. Second sentence. So salt consists of cations. The positive ion originate from the bases that combine together with the anions. The negative ions originate from the acids, but still not very understand. So this is Chemi 啦 ，Chemi 的好料在这边。Two sentences very clear tell you what happens, but two sentences finally our student become very blur, totally not understands. Chemi 就是爽在这边，两句话很清楚的。不过我们听完过后一点都不清楚。So what to do? I change to diagram 呢，我把这两句话变成美丽的图片。Okay, so you understand from the diagram. 我再读多一次。Salt is a compound produced when the hydrogen ion from the acids is replaced by metal ion or ammonium ion. 当 acid 的 hydrogen ion 被金属的离子代替，要不然就 ammonium 的离子代替，它就会变成盐。So salt consists of positive ion from the base. Okay, 盐里面有来自 base 的加的离子 that combine together with the anions. Okay, they originate from the acid. 然后跟它自己的碱的离子呢结合，就变成了盐 and become ionic compound. 那个盐就是一种 ionic compound. Not understand. So we look at the example. 我把这两句话变成图片了。Okay. So now they say are having the acid called hydrochloric acid. Are having a base called sodium hydroxide. So where does the salts come from? I still remember in the book 1, acid react together with the base to produce a salt plus water, 产生盐加水，对不对？ So where does the salts come from? Salt is formed when the hydrogen ions, okay? Salt is formed when the hydrogen ion is replaced by the metal ion or ammonium ions. So 盐从哪里跑出来的呢？ When the hydrogen ion from the acid is replaced by metal ions or maybe ammonium ions, you're going to forming the salts. Okay, but what happened to this hydrogen ion? It will join together with the hydroxide to become water 啦，所以变成了盐加水，对不对？第二句话，这是第一句话。Okay, so salt consists of the cation from the base. 它有来自刚才的 base 的 cation 加的离子 ，and also the anion from the acid 啦，还有它 acid 自己本身的负离子 ，they join together become the salts 就变成了盐。So this is where the salts come from. 盐就是这个意思。明白了没有？嘿嘿 ，OK。If you don't understand, repeat 啦，重复，在课室就不能重复。OK, next. Most of the salts they are crystal. They exist in the form of crystal. Some of the salt they are soluble in water, so you cannot see them at all. They are inside the water, become the salt solution, 变成盐水。But some of the salts they were insoluble and they become the crystal. 它们没有水的时候，它就变成盐的水晶。Okay, crystal. So what are the characteristics of the salt crystal? 盐的水晶到底有什么特征呢？ Okay, so let's say this is a common salt or table salts. 我们桌子上的盐 Under the microscope, you can see actually they are all of them crystal. 它们全部都是盐的水晶 and they're having some characteristic. 全部盐的水晶都有这些特征 So what are the physical characteristics of the crystal? 盐的水晶它们有什么特征呢 So still page number 1 我们还是在第一面 number 1 Okay, so for all the salts they're having the geometrical shape such as cuboid, prism or rhombics. Okay, 盐的水晶 under the microscope, if you look at the crystal carefully, you can see all of them having the geometrical shape. 它们都有固定的形状。不一样的盐，不一样的形状。It can be cuboid, it can be prism 三角形 ，it can be rhombic， 什么形状都可能，明白吗 Okay, so crystal of the same substances may have the same shape but in a different size. Okay, so 不一样的盐呢有不一样的形状，它的形状几乎都一样。Okay, sodium chloride 全部的 crystal 都是 sodium chloride 的形状啦。Okay, but they may be big or small. 它可能它的盐大，它的水晶大，要不然就它的 crystal 会比较小。Okay, but the shape will be same 啦。每一种盐都有各自的形状。Okay, 只是它的 side 可能呢不一样罢了。Okay, but why are they having the same shape? Or why are they having the characteristic like this? So we turn to page number 2. 我们转去第二面，为什么盐呢的水晶有形状的呢？ Okay, 为什么有这些 geometrical shape? 一定有原因，对不对？ So now, page number 2, you look at the salts. Still remember, salt actually is their ionic compound. 它们是 ionic compound 离子形成的货物，对不对？ Positive ion, negative ion, positive ion, negative ion, 加减加减加减加减连在一起。So an ionic compound comprised of heat lattice of positive and negative ion which pack together in the regular way. Okay, so salts, they are ionic compound. They are made up of positive and negative ion, positive and negative ion, and they're having the lattice arrangement. 它们排得很美很美，加减加减加减，不可以乱排的，不可以减减加加的，对不对？ So because of the arrangement of the ions, 因为它的离子的排法的关系啦。Okay, so finally you can see it. Okay, you look at sodium chloride example 啦，你看到它加减加减加减，不可以乱排的。So that's why they're having a shape. Okay, so the arrangement of the ions can be reflected by the shape of the sodium chloride crystal 啦，它的离子的排法就造成了它的形状。So most of the salts, they are in crystal, so they're having the characteristic of crystal. 它们就有水晶的一些特征。They're having the sharp edge, sharp angle 尖尖的角， or straight edge 直直的旁边呢 ，sharp angle。Straight edge 直直的旁边 and flat surface 平平的表面，这些都是水晶它们的形状来的。Why? Because of the ion 呢？因为都是离子造成的。So copy on your page number 2， 抄在你的第二面。Why salt exists as a crystal? Or why they having different shape? This is because of the ion inside， 它的离子的排法的关系啦，造成它们的形状。Okay. Next, turn back to page number 1. Okay. So, what are the physical characteristics of the crystal besides having the same shape? 除了形状以外，形状一模一样以外，还有什么特征呢 ？Okay, salts they having the fixed angle, okay, between the two surfaces next to each other. 它们的角度呢都一样的，可能90度，可能更大，可能45度。Why? Because of the ion. But the arrangement of the ions, 它怎样排呢？不关我们的事呢。你不要去，为什么它会这样？为什么它会这样？为什么它会这样？那个角度是它自己的事，不要给薄太多。Okay, and salt they having the flat surface, 它们有平平的表面，因为它是水晶的关系。They having the flat surface, sharp angle, 尖尖的角 ，and straight edge, 直直的旁边的线呢。So these are the characteristics of the salts. 盐的水晶就有这些特征。平平的表面，发光反射的 ，OK， sharp angle 尖尖的角 ，straight edge 直直的旁边线呢 ，OK， so these are the salt crystal. Next, okay, so the next title in our page number 2, it will be the uses of salts in our life. 我们日常生活盐可以用在哪里呢 ？We're having billions of types of salts， 算百万种的盐 in our life. So if you want to remember, if you want me to teach you this title, I can tell you it's nothing to teach. It's just all the name of the salts only. 它全部都是盐的名字。When you finish your chemistry, 当你的 chemistry 越读越多，你知道的盐的名字越来越多。You maybe, okay, you automatically know what is the uses of the salts. So today, if I read for you, 我只能读给你罢了，就是读给你念经给你听，然后你在那边听啦。Okay, 有听跟没有听都是一样的。So that's why for this title, I'm not going to teach because it's just something to remember. But for me, I'm not going to read this at all. 如果我是你呢，我绝对不会来这边去背，因为我背过后1-2天过后，没有一个名字能记得。Unless I know what is a source， 除非我知道它的盐是谁。So all the example here, you're going to accumulate. 你会慢慢的收集。After you finish your form, after you finish your chemistry syllabus, 你自动会记得它们的功能的。So 不用去一直在这边背了也不会记得就对了啦。So believe me, 哦 ，forgive me， 原谅我。如果你要我教，我真的是没有办法读念经给你听，因为我不会念经，我只会教书了。OK，so this title I skip。OK， 如果你喜欢，你自己慢慢背，慢慢背啦哈。这种要凭经验的 ，OK， 不能死背的。OK，set for this video， 拜拜，搞掂。Next，OK，the next video will be more important， 下一个才好了。来，拜拜。